Okay. Of course I have to cough. Right when I hit start. Yeah. So I wanted to start a new thing, Outer Wilds. I was cleaning up my Steam library, like uninstalling things I don't plan to play anytime soon, and that kind of stuff. And I ran into Outer Wilds, which is a game I actually started to play on my own a long time ago, but I never got very far into it. And so I just realized I'd never set up stuff. Anyway, we'll get back to that. But I thought this would be a fun game to stream way back when. But I never ended up doing it. And then later I ended up playing it by myself for a bit, but I still didn't get very far into it. But I really like the game. It's just, I don't know, other stuff got in the way. Yeah. Good play. Yeah, I've only played the game 9 hours. Which may sound like a lot, but given how often I pause a game and walk away when I'm playing on my own, like, that's a thing. That happens a ton. Because I have chronic pain. Oftentimes I'll pause a game if I'm starting to get a little bit tired, and I'll go lie down for a bit. So it does remind me I need to plug in my controller for this game. I don't need to, but I'm gonna. Let's see. Your peak, your vintage story. I'll get back to that at some point. Vintage story I plan to get back to after I finish Technical Breach Wizards, probably. Okay, I'm just gonna make a new one. Outer Wilds. Actually, I probably could have just redone this one because I don't plan to get back to Snacko Island anytime soon. But oh well. Yeah, I should have done this before. I just completely forgot. Game capture. Right. There we go. Now, not showing up for some reason. Some games are like that. Although I do want to get past the start screen because it's loud. I think it okay, I finally loaded my settings. I hate games that don't load your settings until after. Where aren't you capturing? Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Remove. Yep. Some games require window capture, some games require game capture. Now, if only I remembered which one I'd picked. I'm pretty sure I did game capture, so let's do window capture. Not even showing up here. Love it. Okay. 100% should have done this before. Okay. Let's quit. And then we're going to hit launch, and maybe it'll do it when it launches. Let me also switch out to a controller. Come on. Push these. There we go. Okay. Oh, hey, it's getting captured. Okay. Also, I forgot to move it behind my camera. And let's put that there. There we go. Well, enjoy your looking. I do not mind lurks. Okay. So let's start a new game. Oh, right, this takes a little while. I don't know why it takes so long. It wasn't the first time, too. It's pretty good once you load it. I do like the kind of mix of sci-fi and, like, fantasy elements this game has. The weather's been weird, meaning my thumb's been weird, so I'm gonna wear my brace. Here. There we go. There's our pilot, back from your pre-launch campout under the stars, I see. So it's launch day, eh? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program and suddenly, here you are, even on your first solo voyage. What do you say, ready to get this beauty off the ground? It's all filled up and ready to go. You sure you fixed the retro rockets? That was only a problem one time. Maybe a few times after that. But hey, no reason to dwell on the past, right? Anyway, you'll need to get the launch codes from Ornfell at the observatory before you can lift off. Just bring those here once you said your goodbyes or whatever. Not having second thoughts, are you? The launch codes again? Ornfell has the launch codes. Should be up in the observatory like usual. I'm starting to think they live there. How's the ship looking? Great. And, hey, you might get a kick out of this. I repurposed the spare oxygen tank to be used as extra combustion chamber. Is that safe? Probably. How safe would you say this? How safe would you say this thing is? Oh, it's perfect then. Unless you're factoring in pilot error. In which case, about 4. No offense. What's my mission once I'm in space? Hey, you're the pilot. You tell me. Aren't you pilot types all eager to get up there and explore for yourselves? Doesn't matter if you go to the moon or Brittle Hollow or just to the other side of Timber Hearth. It's all the same to me. Get out there and have fun. Just don't hurt the ship, that's all I ask. What else should I do before liftoff? If you have any goodbyes to say, better say them now. I think your friend Hal is in the observatory waiting to see you off. Oh, and Gosen says they have the zero-G chamber set up. If you want a refresher on making ship's repairs in space. Not saying you have to, but it'd help get Gosen off my back if you did. Okay. Fire's launch codes. Hold on. There we go. Gotta always lighten it for stream because, Micah.
Hey, it's you! Please said you're blasting off your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Aren't you gonna go into space? Aren't you gonna go into space? Aren't you? You better not have changed your mind.
Hey, I'm still going.
You better be. It's been forever since anyone launched into space. I really, really want to see it. Really bad. Hey, you want to try my model ship? This is just like the real thing, only less likely to start a fire. So you said you're blasting off from your ship today. I'm really excited to see the launch. Aren't you gonna go into space?
Yeah, okay. I want to practice with a pro before I leave.
Oh, you're just saying that, but if you really want to practice with me, I guess I could help you out a little bit. Try to land in one of those guys' pools. Show me what you got.
You and Slade been beefed up the model ship. Can I see it?
Yeah, we recalibrated the controls and installed better thrusters. Want to give it a test drive? Slade says it's just like the real thing, only less likely to start fire. Try to land.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Yeah. There we go. There's an achievement, which I did get before, for landing this thing on the moon. Man, those thrusters are loud. That said, I don't see the moon, which is a problem. Okay.
Well, it's just like the time the external fuel tanks exploded on re-entry. You'll be okay flying the big one, right?
I landed on things just fine. The only reason... Look, it's weird being in, like, a bird's eye view perspective, okay? Alright, bumper to walk. Talk to someone.
Hey-yo, Hatchling. I heard you're leaving us to seek adventure amongst the stars. When you return, I'm gonna have to turn down ambient volume. When you return, let's you and me and Gosen open up a bottle of the good stuff, okay?
I'm only seeking adventure amongst the stars, actually. Other stars are too far away. The good stuff is less delicious. It's less delicious sap wine and more daunting digestive challenge.
Another metaphor ruined in the name of scientific accuracy. Nonetheless, I do hope you enjoy your travels. Good luck.
Audio. That would probably be the issue. There we go.
Oh, there, the astronaut returns. Tell me, what can I do for you?
Any new dirt?
I'm hoping to teach Esker to tap trees next time they return from the altar rock. If they bring me lunar sap, I can attempt moon wine.
What are you up to? I just finished sealing up another batch of sap wine for aging. I like to begin aging batch on the day of a significant occasion, you know? That's why there's so many bottles labeled structural collapse and house fire. That's good, actually. Dr. Rutile. Extra blast enough in that thing, huh? They really don't explode as often anymore. All I know is between the space program and Micah's model rockets, things seem to burn to the ground a lot around here, more than they used to. What can I do for you? You're gonna watch the launch? Of course. I'll be watching from safety distance, obviously, and mostly to make sure nothing catches fire, but watching nonetheless. You really worry that space crime will burn the village down? Only constantly. You learn to live with it. You also learn to sleep with a bucket of water next to your bed, just in case. Glad to hear it. Project is linked to our Sky Shuttler satellite, which is currently orbiting Timberhearth. The satellite is equipped with 2 onboard cameras. See if you can take a snapshot of our village. And we've got some of those weird ruins. Big geyser thing. And then back around to the town, I think. No. More weird mountains. Snapping it faster makes you go faster, right? There we go, there's the town. So it's launch day, huh? Hal's going to miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform those ships launched from is getting old, isn't it? Isn't it about time you built a new one, less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be just a perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program, just to the wood. The launch pad is flammable? Heh, you didn't realize that? Don't worry, it's held up for all the launches so far. It'll definitely be fine for yours, probably. Launch day, I'm gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it. The platform those ships launch on is getting old. Is it about time you knew less flammable one? Yeah. Nice try. We all knew you had it out for that tree. What? No, I'm just thinking it's in the way, and someone ought to chop it down, you know? Specifically me. Huh. You think this has to do with that time I fell out of it and broke my arm? That was when I was a hatchling. Who would hold a grudge for that long? The tree has got it coming. If you swing by the moon, say hi to Esker for me. Yeah, I remember that jumping is really weird in this game.
Jesus. Oh, there's Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving the crater today. If you meet any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you?
Tell me about the traveling instruments.
Oh, sure. I made all of their instruments, you know. Let me see. There's Chert's drums, and Rybeck's banjos, and Gabbro's flute. And Feldspar's harmonica, of course, though Feldspar's been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing their harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space? That'll be one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down. Trouble is, every time a Harthian leaves for outer space, there's one less musician in our orchestra. So, did you need something? Where's the observatory? It's questions like that which make us worried about you going up in space on your own, you know. The observatory's up the path behind the waterfall. There are a couple of signs marking the way, but really just keep going up and then hook a right when you get to the zero-G cave. Probably is every time. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, I'm good. Take care of yourself.
Observatory.
Hello, astronaut.
It isn't my favorite troublemaker.
We wanted to play hide and seek, but Maureen won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we? Can we please? We'll even let you be it.
Sure.
Well, okay, here are the rules. Glenn and me will hide up with these radios, and you'll use your signal scope to find us. Last one to be found wins, okay? Close your eyes and start counting.
Fishing rhyme, singing helps me pass the time. Yo, leaving the crater? Guess we'll be a little busier without you around to lend a hand. That big water planet, Giant Deep? That's where I'd go. Why's that? One time, after the rest of the village had left to sleep, and it was just two of us sitting around the campfire, Cap told me about their first trip to Giant Deep. Landed their ship easily enough through the waves, but couldn't see too far down on account of how murky the water was. I guess too dark. Gabber wants to see what lay beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper. They traveled down and down, but suddenly Gabber couldn't go any further. Tell me more.
Well, I will. I was just pausing dramatically. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Gabbro back, almost as if it were trying to protect him from something. And then, in the terrible dark, Gabbro saw it, the tentacle of some hideous beast.
Is that all true?
I heard it from Gabbro themselves. Gabbro can be a little fanciful, sure, but they aren't a liar. I mean, probably anyway. I guess if you want to know the story is entirely true, you can go see Giant's Deep for yourself.
I'm looking for Hornfels.
Or them? I bet today's haul they're in the observatory. Not that I've got anything yet, but if I had, I'd definitely bet it. Hornfels pretty much always in the observatory.
Sometimes.
Oh, yep. That's nice. I'm planning to do a lot of that later. Ah, you found me, but my hand spot's super good. Don't forget, you have to find both of us, okay? I went to hide in the observatory, I thought I was making a nuisance of myself.
Wrong button. There we are.
I won. I'm happy. Thanks for playing with us.
Okay. There we go. Observatory's urgent cave. Up the stairs we go. Not gonna reach the tunnel yet. Danger. Inside this fence is a pocket of ghost matter, a strange and dangerous substance that's visible to the naked eye. The good news is you can detect ghost matter with a camera. Moving through ghost matter is uniquely painful and will probably kill you. Don't complain to me if you hurt yourself fooling around. Hornfelds.
Hi, astronaut. You know, the patch of ghost matter inside this fence, Ghost said, used to be bigger when they were catchlings, because ghost matter evaporates. Just takes a super long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I grow up. Ghost matter is awesome.
Ghost matter is super cool. It'll burn the heck out of you, though.
Yeah, I heard touching it hurts so bad it feels like your whole hand is on fire. Try not to walk into any space, okay? That sounds bad and painful. Well, the little scouts can detect ghost matter and all, but what would be really cool is if the little scout could, like, shoot ghost matter and stuff. All pew pew.
Curious, because the signal scope kind of has a... No, that's not a camera, though. Okay. Oh, hello, astronaut. This is good weather for your launch, right? That's lucky. Any good sounds from space today? There are many signal scope. My signal scope is get to the outer wilds venture frequencies, so I'm listening to the traveler's music. Last night I heard Rybek's banjo come from Brittle Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets too. It depends on what time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different times. Signal scope's cool. Haven't up this tree in a while. I'm concerned Meryl will cut down this tree if no one's in it, so I don't want to leave it for too long. Mayor Ruddle says Meryl isn't supposed to cut it down, but I don't think they're safe seeing eyes to eyes on this one. I'll still watch you launch though. I'll have a good view from up here. Okay, Zero G Cave and Observatory. Hey, come say hi to your old flight coach before you launch. I've got Zero G training set up if you want to refresh. Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you? Right. Right. Like you weren't nervous for your first flight. Are you kidding? I'm a natural at this. Is that so? Funny, I seem to recall the first time you strapped on a jetpack, we had to come fish you out of the crater near the South Pole. So listen, there's a satellite. There's definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment set up down in the Zero-G cave, and in need of repairs. If you're looking for a little last-minute Zero-G practice, head down the lift and into the cave, or don't, as long as you're confident you can make the ship repairs in space. Unrepaired satellite coming up. Cool. Get to it and try not to concuss yourself right before your first launch. So hold up, satellite isn't going to repair itself. You just need to maneuver the satellite and repair the damaged areas. Same as you'll be doing for your ship. This way. There we go. Oh, there it is. Energy Cave. Here we go. Hey, nice of you to drop down. I'm getting some 0G time in. So you're going in there, in the cave, huh? What? No, I'm fine. Great, and fine. You don't look fine. Well, you know I hate that cave, so I don't know why you're making me talk about it. Phew, now I've got hand sweats. Oh. Give me the dirt. Some fresh dirt? Not much happening down here lately, let me think. Come to think of it, Tektite saw something crash outside the village crater earlier. That's new and different. Oh hey, how about that? Is anything on fire? Probably only a little. Tekkite checked out the crash site, well, with the old Firewatch scout launcher and saw Smokey. So they headed over to stamp out any leftover fires. Well, I better get back to work. This ore's not going to mine itself, you know. Guess what? Guess where I'm going today? Oh no way! You want to run off into space? That's your business, but don't make me. Think about it. Bad enough we got this weird cave down here. I think the thing is it's like at the center of the planet, which is why it's 0G. Right. I remember how that works. Okay. Yeah, let's go to this one first. Match velocity is basically just stay still. There we go. Training simulation complete. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah, it was back here. There we go. Practice complete, and I kind of remember how to run this game now. Nicely done, of course. It'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling through space, but just remember, you're training and try not to hit anything big. I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go get the launch codes from the observatory and get out of here already. Best of luck out there, and hey, try and avoid getting yourself killed. Now that I put so much time into training, you got it? I think I misread that, but whatever. Launch tower. Okay, that just goes back to launch tower. Outer Wilds Venture. Founding members. Clockwise from top left. Hornfels, Gosen, Slate, and Feldspar. Wait. Esker. Outer Wild Ventures, Tumblehearth's first and only space program, was founded to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first Hearthian to be intentionally launched into space. They completed their first orbit around Timberhearth and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Alta Rock. Hey, it's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? Is there a translator tool? Inaugural flight 2? Translator tools inaugural flight 2. Oh, it's the translators tools inaugural flight 2. I'm so excited. It's making me nauseous. Just think, you'll be able to translate any Nomai, there we go, any Nomai text you want. Anywhere you are, the two of us put a lot of hours into inventing that tool, so don't break it, okay? Ha, oh geez, do not break it. Ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous. And I'm not even the one going into space. How you feeling? I'm excited. Good. You'll be only waiting for this day since you were hatchling. I can't wait to see all your training pay off. So what's the dirt? You here to see the Nomai statue? New statue. You haven't heard? Gabbro brought it back with them from Giant's Deep, and Hornfels just finished prepping for it for display. This is it right here. Neat, huh? Makes me wish you could see what a real live Nomai looks like, but I guess this is the closest we're ever gonna get. Check it out. Looks like they had fur. Fur's weird. This is the first and fully intact statue ever found, you know, and for how old it is, it's in great shape. Ah, geez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear? Why did the Nomai make the statue? Good question. So Gabber found this fully intact statue on Giant's Deep, right? Well, Hornfels told me it made it from the same type of special stone as the parcel statue Chirp brought back from Hourglass Twins. That's why when Gabbro, you know, chipped a Giant Deep statue, that stone fragment was repurposed for your own ship's computer. Maybe the statues were made for storing information. Well, there's something else. I think I'll discover anything cool in space. Hey, you never know. Maybe you'll be the one to solve the mysteries of Nomai. Or maybe you'll discover a new kind of rock or something. But honestly, as long as they don't end up naming new safety equipment after you, I'm sure you'll have done a great job. Is there something else? Nope, that's it. No problem, take it easy. Remarkably intact statue was carved by the Nomai. An ancient species dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with the most detailed look at the Nomai, who appeared to have been covered in a layer of fur. Noted the decorative jewelry that has been carved as part of the antlers. Although the artifact and structures have been found in almost every planet in the solar system, we still have no idea where the species came from or what happened to them. I did ask this one, right? Harfeld didn't know much about it yet. Crazy, old, and super tough. I wonder if the Nomai carved it. Apparently Gabbro went back to Giant's Deep to try and learn more about the statue. Maybe they'll find some answers there. Where can I find Gabbro? Gabbro said they were going back to Giant's Deep to whatever they found, that Nomai statue. One of the islands, I think. You remember Gabbro plays the flute, right? Like all the time? I bet your Signascope could find them easily. If you do see Gabbro, say hi for me. Oh, that was it. Okay. Radio tower here on Timberhearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite, and to this day still houses the first ever photos taken from the entire solar system. These photos were made possible by the deep space satellite's unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Thanks to a recent upgrade, the deep space satellite is now responsible for generating the real-time solar system maps used by our newest astronauts. Much closer, these balls move on their own. The ground is perfectly level. So what do you think causes this spooky motion? The answer is the moon and its orbit, and it orbits around the planet. The ultra-rock gravity pulls the objects from a different direction. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. Stars like our sun generate light and heat by fusing hydrogen into helium. As it grows older, the stars run out of hydrogen and start to contract. At the star's core, as the star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The stars become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon. And if the star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon into even heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse on its own gravity and then explode in a violent event called a supernova. Based on Earth's observation, this will one day be the fate of our own sun. This crystal was taken from an ruin on Brittle Hollow. It seems to create a local gravity distortion and was most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out. Woo. Okay. The Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to our Outer Wilds ventures, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capability that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantly. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost to the depths of space. What you see here are parts of a Nomai skeleton. We can tell from their skulls that they possessed antlers and quite unusually only three eyes. My body was most likely adapted for living exclusively on land. The difference of the Nomai's anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structure, shows that Parthians couldn't have descended from the Nomaian ancestors. It's not clear where the Nomai originated from or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues of this puzzle to explore our solar system. Kazava, we're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction, and she says calibrating the device won't take long. Fortunately, the Ultra-Rock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all, this time I'm thrilled to finally resume our research. This piece of Nomaian writing was essential to deciphering their unique language. Although its text is linear, Nomai text often branches off from central points. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author. Okay. Oh. What is this friend? This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew close to dark bramble. It appears well suited for living in dark places with minimal atmosphere. And there was a thing out over here. Yeah, here. Strange rock moving around in the grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize that there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabber claims the rock exists in all possible states until it is observed. Whatever that means. Whatever is actually happening, both sides of the debate agree the effect is extremely creepy. There we go. Ah! Map. Ugh, random sneeze. Sorry about that. Again. Okay. Hornfells. There you are. I just finished pre-flight observations and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground, and you'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with the Nomai translator tool. I confess, I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai, and you and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plan once you get into space? I think I'll start with something small. You'd prefer to go to ease into things? That's a sensible plan. More sensible than most of our astronauts tend to be. And that's a fact. Did you think you'll be going to the Alta Rock then? Our moon would be a safe place to travel to and get your bangs in space. And I'm sure Esker would appreciate the visit. Plus, we don't know what the ancient Namai ruins on the moon are, or why they were built. You could put your new translator tool through its paces. Well then, looks like all that's left to send is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch. I'm ready to get off this rock. I'm ready to die in space. I'm not one for superstition, but isn't that kind of unlucky to say before a launch? At any rate, here are the launch codes. Try not to worry too much. Our ships are every bit as safe as Slate could be persuaded to make them. Best of luck out there. Let me know if I can help you with anything. Hornfell's observations. This is incredible. At first I thought the point of light in the images were stars, but no, they're in fact galaxies, and this image covers just a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. This is odd. According to my redshift calculations, every single galaxy in this image is moving away from us. In fact, the farther away a galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. But if that's true, was everything closer together in the past, and how far back can we extrapolate? Did the universe have a beginning? Yeah, I got just those two. Okay. And it begins. Where's the guy? Is he out here? Ah. Hey, so did you get a good look at that now? So hey, did you get a good look at that Nomai statue? Statue opened, looked at me, the statue was glowing. Why was it glowing? Whoa, the statue is doing what? So its eyes opened and then you saw images from your own memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like a hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you sure it's okay? You're okay to launch? Like, medically speaking. No, that statue is definitely weird. I mean, if you're saying it happened, then maybe it did. Oh, why? Hornfeld's tried everything to get statues' eyes to open, and nothing like this ever happened to them. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabra said they were going back to the Giant Steep. Don't know which island they're on, though. Maybe they'll be able to tell you more, and on the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro. So maybe you'd be better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use our translator tool to find out more about the statues, okay? Good luck and safe flying.
Hello, astronaut. Are you going into space today? Are you going into space and never coming back like Sveldshar did?
Don't worry, I'll come back. That's pretty disturbing. Don't worry, I'll come back. That's what Feldspar said too, but they never did. The Hornfells will be really sad if you don't come back. Like, how sad it makes them to talk about Feldspar, so you should make sure you don't get lost in space too. Hello, astronaut. Bring lots of marshmallows with you to roast on your trip. Marshmallows are my favorite. Looks like you're ready to take off. Looks like you're ready to take off. Excitement on lunch, fun and all, but I can't wait to go back to working on the new ship. We're working on fixing autopilot's avoidance system for this one. Sorry. Blog. The one and only Harthian village, as well as the main source of explosions on this planet. Oops. The Nomai statue in the observatory opened its eyes and looked at me. I saw strange glowing lights, and my own memories flashed before my eyes. Hal says the statue has never opened its eyes before, despite Hornfell's best of efforts. The cave at the very center of Timber Hearth, used by Outer Wilds Ventures to train new astronauts. I successfully repaired another satellite for Gosen. Oh. Sounds like Esker is still stationed on the Altar Rock. They've been there by themselves for a while. Here there are Nomai ruins somewhere on the Altar Rock. No one knows what they are or why they were built. My text in the observatory talk about calibrating some sort of device on the Altar Rock. Elsa's Gabro went to the Giant's Deep to try and learn more about the Nomai statue in the observatory. Okay. Before we start, though, I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Oh, okay. We are back. Back to that. Alt tab to you. Okay, good. Nope. I think we're already screwed. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. No? Oh. That's a thing. I don't remember this thing. Well, I vaguely remember this thing. I remember having a dream about this thing, actually. Well, seems like we got one more orbit of the interloper before we're all dead. Oh. There was this thing which crashed. You know what? I'll do... Actually, wait. I'm very curious about this. Nope. How do you view down? There's definitely a way to view down. Ah, landing mode. There we go. Oh, a bramble from... That's problematic. Tech-tat.
Hey, yo, Hatchling. I thought you were taking that tin candy horse into space today. What are you still doing here? Me? Saw something crash over the horizon. Didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back, so I thought I'd come over here myself and take a look.
Is that a dark bramble seed?
You think so? It's nothing I've ever seen on Timberhearth before, so you're probably onto something there. Whatever it is, it put down roots in a hurry. I don't like the look of this thing, Hatchling, and that's a fact. I think I'll set Marl and Hal loose on it. Best get rid of this mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to set anybody to hacking a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me haul the old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening is too small to fit someone in for someone to fit inside. And anyway, I'm not going blindly stick my hand into anything that looks as unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two. Last seed did a lot of damage when it crashed. I like this crater. Need some from Hatchling? You sure the seed isn't from Timberhearth? Back in my younger days, I explored everywhere there is to go on Timberhearth and saw everything there's to see, and then some. Trust me, we don't have anything like this. Nah, I'd reckon this thing's from Dark Bramble if it's from anywhere, Hatchling. Plus, the seed did a lot of damage when it crashed. I like this crater. Nope, I'm good. Is there a way? Hey, harmonica. I'm pretty sure there's a way to, like, shoot something inside there. Am I missing a tool? Oh, yeah, I think there's... Scout launcher, there we go. Yep, the suit has a scout launcher. That's what it was. My signal scope is picking up a harmonica inside that seed. Inside the seed, huh? Don't know what to tell you there. The only harmonica player I know is Feldspar, and they disappeared ages ago. Listen here, don't go telling niece about the harmonica music, okay? They'll never let me get rid of this darn seed if they suspect it has any musical talent. Nope. Oh, and that's just where it landed. Interesting. I'm pretty sure that is on the Bramble Hearth or whatever. There we go. Hold to retrieve. Oh, actually, does he have anything to say about what I saw? I threw a little scout into the seed. You did, did you? And you're telling me it's bigger on the inside than the outside? This is going to be a chore to chop up, no mistake. Can we even remove a seed that doesn't have the decency to stay the same size all the way through? Maybe I better grab an extra axe or 3 just in case. Okay. Deep seed bramble inside the seed. A seed from Dark Bramble crashed here and has already taken root. Tektite wants to use a scout launcher to get liquid inside. My stone picks up a harmonica music when I aim at the seed. I launch my little scout inside. Somehow, the seed is much bigger on the inside. Launch my scout seed that crashed on Timber Hearth ends up in a much bigger space filled with fog and thorny vines. Wait, hold on. See beyond the horizon. Illuminate dark areas. Detect hazards. Test the environment. A little scout. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything interesting around here? I'm just using this to take a look because I feel like that'll be faster than... Nope. Okay. Let's go to the moon. There we go. Wait a second. Are we still good? I think we're still good. What the heck is this? It's not... Wait. Oh, it's a scout. I am there. There was a thing. Anyway. Seal the rock. There we go. I think this is where I want to be. Yeah, here it is. I just noticed there's a thing on the side. I don't think I do not remember that being a thing. What happens if I go out with nothing on? You start dying very quickly. Got it. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's on its last leg. Got it. We'll see what we can figure out.
Ow. Esker's signal scope log. Day 48. Still not picking up Rhinebeck's banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I'll feel better once I can hear their music. Day 51. Listening to Chirp play for a while today. Unrelated. Someone should tell Borfi and Gosen their flirting is not subtle from an aerial perspective. Day 55. Banjo music is coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Rybeck's doing okay. That oaf, I was worried. Day 63. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know. It was probably nothing. Day 70. No, it's back again today, too. Something strange coming from Timberhearth. Day 76. Okay, I know this is crazy, but the sound from Timberhearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. But Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. Day 88. It's still here. This creepy, maybe my signal scope is broken. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken. I better talk to Niece. Yep. Coming from the, that. How close are we to death? Yeah, still got some time. Anything I can, oh, we got something up here. Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me we're launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Don't the other travelers come by? Lunar Outpost saw more traffic back when our ships were less sophisticated and needed more frequent repairs. Nowadays, it's mostly us, used to keep a set of eyes on things. Sometimes Chirk comes by to say hi, but Gabbro is Gabbro, and you know how Rybeck feels about unnecessary spaceflight. Don't go. Anything else you wanted to ask? Seems lonely up here. A little. I'm in touch with ground control, Hornsville and Gosen, mostly, and they radio up to chat now and then. And when ground control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. You spy on us? What? No, it's not spying. It's one-way communication that none of the villagers know about, because I've never told them. Don't go, anything else you wanted to ask? Was that you whistling? Probably, or actually definitely. The other travelers carry instruments, so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up their music with Signal Scope, you know. Best spot for that is the North Pole. Great reception. North Pole is marked on your mini-map, but the Alta Rock is a pretty small moon, really. Just go north and you can't miss it. Don't go, what is this place? Haha, very funny. Oh, stars above, you're serious, aren't you? That's just depressing. Well, to the Lunar Outpost, which apparently the space program doesn't bother to teach anyone anymore. When we first started Outer Wilds travel... Hold on. Talk to you later. I think it's happening. I'll talk to him again soon. Let's watch our demise. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. And this is the one thing I remember about this game is that it, right? It'll happen any minute now. Thought it was gonna happen. Oh well, I guess I'll keep talking. Getting bigger. Hey, can get enough food? I'm kidding. Don't go on. Marl says hi. Ha! Marl's probably the only one who remembers I'm up here. Should go see the big lug soon. Don't tell him anything. Tell him about this, but sometimes I throw him a little scout down to make sure Marl doesn't do anything stupid. I worry that big tree in the village wouldn't stand a chance otherwise. Don't, very funny. Wow, travelers used to bring their ships here all the time. For repairs, our spacefaring technology has improved loads since then. The older ship tend to fall apart a lot, like more than they do now. Since our outpost got down, number of launches and landings taking place in the village, and also a number of fires nowadays. Though it's mostly just me up here, raising saplings from Timber Hearth and keeping an eye on things. There we go. Wait, what? There we go. Oh, hey, that thing's gone. Could have sworn that once... Oh, here we are. And dead. This is how I die. Get to review everything you've done. Hey, you ready to get this thing off the ground? Ship's all filled and ready to go. Did I just die? Whoa, bad dream or something? You still look half asleep. But that's a negative on being deceased. I know it's tradition to sleep out under the stars the night before launch, but if you ask me, it makes you all a bit jumpy. Where are the codes again? Hellfire's lost codes should be at the laboratory like usual. I'm starting to think you live there or something. What's wrong with showing something in space? Hey, you tell me. Oh yeah. What else should I do before leaving? Goodbyes. I do have the launch code, so. Yep. And that's how things go. Y'all just die. So this is very Majora's Mask situation going on. Somehow all of this stays in here, though. Esker's growing a crop of trees at their camp. They seem to be doing okay, but they've probably been alone on the moon for too long. The lookout platform with spectacular view of the solar system. Esker uses their signal scope here to keep tabs on the other travelers. Okay. Let's see, I just kind of want to look around here. Ah, here we are. I remembered there was something like this. Let's grab that just in case. Okay. There we go. Look, even when exploring normal stuff, it's very nice to have the jetpack and stuff. That's why I remember always bring it. Let's take a look on Timberhearth. Mining site 2B. I now remember how those things exist. It's a Nomai skeleton. Neo, I'm still amazed by how much ore the Ash Twins project requires. Isn't this the ore for the remaining towers being built on the Ash Twins? The completed towers I've seen are quite large. Onio, no, the material for those towers is all being taken from Ash Twins. The ore we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal off the chamber inside the Ash Twins' core. I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timberhearth's ore only for constructing the shell. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident we won't have destroyed their ability to create. Sad. If they're sealing off all entrances, I hope they've planned accordingly. I thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making puns, Colas. How else would he improve? Ah. Oh yeah, like this is the thing I saw when... So there's 2 active. Yarrow, my gratitude for the latest shipment Oh no. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. This is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check? Specifically mine? If my work here is complete, I'd be delighted to help. Yarrow, we'd be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flaw or opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Raimi and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks, our final safety check. Oh, drop skulls just anywhere. Oh, this is the other side. I mean, I guess this is one way to extract ore by drilling tons of holes in places. Oh, I see. This, like, pulls in the ore and then sucks it up. It's like a mining apparatus, I think. This little island area up here. Does this lead? Do any of these lead anywhere? There we go. Now that seems to be it. Okay. Back out here. After closer observation, mining Site 2A won't be safe for the native life dwelling in some of this cave's pools, so unfortunately we'll have to mine one of the other sites. There are a few other cave sites that look promising. What about Site 2B? It shares similar formations and strata. Sounds promising. Will you and your mentor investigate? If mining Site 2B provides safe for this native species, we'll move our work there. Wrong button. Site 2B is safe. Coleus says we'll continue to monitor our activity and its effects on life here. On the opposite hand, new life. The species is semi-aquatic, very hardy. The ecosystem here is quite robust, so I believe they'll thrive in the long run. Be cautious near the pools if you visit 2A to meet them. I was watching them once during a rest, and the hours escaped from me. They're fascinating. I wonder what their fourth eye does. They remind me of subterranean species that my mentor Melore once told me about, from where our clan used to travel across this universe. I imagine she would have enjoyed these life forms greatly. Hey, that's us. Before evolution. What's over here? Can't go over here. Huh. Hey, perfect landing. Do you refill by going in here? I think you have to put it on the wall. Where is it? No. How do you refill the suit then? Are there like tabs here? Ash-Twins project. We mined from this site to craft a protective shell designed to physically seal off the center chamber inside the Ash-Twinch. Once the shell is finished, the Nomai checked to ensure there were no longer any physical entrances or cracks. Nomai discovered species of four-eyed semi-aquatic life forms in the waterways near the mine. Central chambers inside the Ash-Twin was physically sealed off by an immense thickly protective shell. How do I refill this? I know there's a way. Huh. Got some ghost particles over here. There was a way to refuel. I'm 100% certain of this. Ah! I could have sworn. Yep. Hmm. Yeah, I don't remember. Crash site. What's this? Over here. What was that? How the heck do I refuel? Oh. Okay, you have to look at this while you're in the menu. Okay, or while you're in the suit. Got it. What are you doing over there? What do you say? Quiet shade across old bark in the ancient glade. It's always dark. Quantum fluctuation. Huh. So... where am I? Oh, there's a thing up here. Let's check out this spiral. Chert's research notes. Property of Chert. I've detected a strange signal coming somewhere within the grove in this crater. It's very similar to signal emitted by the quantum moon, so it stands to reason two signals are probably related. We don't know much about the quantum moon, seeing as no one's ever been able to land on it. Hopefully, studying the signal in the grove will reveal more about it. Yep. Ow. Shade and create in the ancient glade across old bark, it's always dark. And you know what they say, the best way to explore the galaxy is to explore your home. Ow. Wait, what? Already? Already. I guess they don't start the timer until after you interact with that statue the first time. It's possible to skip this. Not really. I do love that you have like the two eyes opening. That's how I was like surprised about how long it was until like I died last time because pre-fight check. Check auto boost. Translator auto equipment. Freeze time while translating text. Freeze time while reading ship log. Freeze time while talking to others. Oh. That's actually good. Jetpack auto boost. Jetpack can be triggered with a separate button or anytime upward thrust is used. No. Okay. Quantum Grove, Quantum Moon. Earth's research notes mention a quantum moon that no Hearthian has been able to land on. There's a strange rock shard in the grove that moves when I'm not watching. It emits a signal of quantum fluctuation frequency. I found a poem written on one of the trees in the grove. Yeah, I'm curious about the poem more than anything. Okay. This is a thing. I'm an astronaut. Settle angle 248. Play recording. And we're recording. It's been 2 days since the launch of the Deep Space Satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos. Look, the records show that this historic day, Outer Worlds Adventure has... Ah! They're printing. They're printing. Here they come. Stars above. Will you look at that? There's Brittle Hollow, and look... And look there. That's Hollow Lantern, and the Giant Deep, and the Quantum Moon. I'm speechless, completely speechless. Every single astral body in our magnificent solar system, looking stunning from every angle, in each of these 3 images, and in color no less. Now, this is art. I could stare at these photos forever. Doesn't Timberhearth look tiny from... Hold on. What is that? That can't be right. That's not even possible. And I am interpreting this photo correctly? What's even stranger is it doesn't show up on either of the other photos, just this one. Well, there must have been an equipment malfunction, I suppose. Only sensible explanation for it. Or is Gabbro and ask them to go examine the satellite's lens for defects. Yeah. Got the quantum moon there. I think it's whatever this thing is. Interesting. Oh. That's also odd. Radio tower. Is there another place where it points to? There is. That must be the Deep Space radio. Despite my checking on them at least 1,000 times over, the images are still not ready to print over in the radio tower. Well, it's like they say, a watched satellite never transmits data. Haha. Little joke for you, journal. No one says that. Someday, I'll have to study the mechanics of how time manages to slow a syrup to a syrupy crawl whenever I'm anticipating something. In the meantime, I've turned to Gabbro, a resident expert in leisurely whiling away the hours. Who recommended the following. Gabbro's 3 foolproof steps for dozing off. 1. A light, nice, cozy campfire, and get comfortable. Gaze deeply into the serene warmth. Let time begin to slip away as you allow the flames to lull you into a peaceful slumber. If Gabbro knew I'd taken notes, they'd probably think I'd finally cracked, but I refuse to accept sass from an astronaut who deliberately burns their marshmallows. Come on. Golden brown. Come on. Nope. Burnt marshmallows. The worst. So yeah, doze off is, I think, how you reset without easily, or how you reset easily. You just doze off and then it, like, the end takes you. Let's try it. Let's find out. Okay. So I guess if you just stay like that, it'll work. Yeah, so that is the best way, though, is you just sit there and then it will kill you eventually. Okay, let's see. Where are we? That whole stuff, all the area that does stuff. Okay. So I want... Woo! Dang it! Ow. Okay, come on. There we go. So you got this current thing. I don't remember where it starts. That's what I was trying to figure out. Because it goes around and then eventually comes to this cavern, right? Anything in here? It's a way out, I think. Yeah. Then it continues over here. And it comes out here. That is very cute. Okay. Hello. Going good. Trying out a new game. It's an older game, but it's a game I've wanted to try out for a long time. It's on my radar, and I just recently remembered it, Steam. Yes, technically. I did play it a bit on my own, but I don't remember much of it. Which is why I'm like, I think I remember there being something around here that does a thing. Is the kind of stuff I've been saying a lot. There we go. go. Yeah, I played it for a tiny, like I said, it wasn't for that long, all things considered. It was just, you know, I was curious about, like, I was originally not going to play it, but then when I did play it for a bit, I'm like, I should stream this, and then I probably forgot about it. This was probably like over a year ago. Probably even longer than that, honestly. I guess this is the hole with the thing. Yep. And that's the area that leads around. There. So I'm missing something. Maybe... Oh, maybe it's here. Hold on. There we go. What happens if I go down here? Nope. Come on. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this does seem to be the start one. Okay. Or is it an end one? What's down here? Is this paper? Interesting. Why is there so much stuff down here? Well, I guess the idea is that people sometimes just dump stuff down here, which is kind of amusing, I guess. Oh, no, this seems to be an end point, not an entrance point. Interesting. Yep. Okay. What's over here then? Oh yeah, this is how you get down, up, something. Loud ambient noises. Yeah, that's pretty much why. Probably. The question is, though... Oh, apparently hit the wall too hard and died. Also, this game's kind of got a Majora's Mask thing to it. Not because of that thing, but because of the time reset thing. I should go to that thing. Eh. Let's see if we can keep our eye on... Is that it? I want to go see the thing that exploded. Kind of in... Ah, I think I see it. No? There it is. Oh, is it around... Okay, it's around that thing. I thought it was around, kind of just freely orbiting the sun, but... It's closer to Giant Steep. There we go. There we go. Inertial velocity match. Okay, nope. Bad. There we go. Have I looked at any of this stuff? Radio tower. Radio tower designed to receive photos taken from deep space satellite. There are several photos of the entire solar system hanging on the walls. Hornfeld noticed something strange in one of the photos, but concluded equipment malfunction was the only sensible explanation. Actual zeros G, where you have to actually propel yourself to go anywhere. Yes. Weird visual lock. Probe tracking module. Launch module. Maybe we'll get to this from the outside, maybe? Well, this area, whatever it was, So it's a game about space. Oops. So it's a game about space, but I was checking out underwater stuff on the planet because you can, and I found something interesting there. And then I'm like, I wonder if there's other interesting stuff under here. And then I just kept looking, and that's why I was underwater now at that point. But now I'm actually doing most of what the game is, which is space. I honestly should go and figure out more about the water. There we go. Let me refuel stuff. There we go. Now, I did get some log updates. Orbital probe cannon, probe tracking module, launch module. Broken remains of a Nomai space station in orbit around Giant Steep. There are 3 access ways branching off from the central hub area. There's more to explore here. I'm glad that it tells you there's more to explore. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 modules. One of the orbital probe cannon 3 modules. The launch module looks heavily damaged. There's a huge breach in the glass viewport. Okay, so one of these viewports is breached. One of them is missing. Ah. So can I get in from the breach? Yes, I can. Control module projection stone. Where is all this? Oh, wait, what's this thing? Okay, I saw another one of these things. And I do vaguely remember them being teleporters of some kind. But I don't remember how you activate them or anything else about them. Like, I remember activating one, and I don't remember how. Yep. It's planet space station. So basically, the sun explodes in, like, a few days. And that's why you have the reviving mechanic. Ugh. Not having it down can be very disorienting until you get used to it. Okay. So, I can't exit the water. Basically. Yeah. Oh, here we are. And apparently that's something to do with the passivization, which existed in the solar system before our creatures. Hello. Imagine Privet. The probe tracking module will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I'm honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once. Anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Mallow. I would mind because we won't be able to receive our probe's data if the probe's tracking module is destroyed. Okay. Mallow, my better 50%. Cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Cassava tells me He and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not under any circumstances to go above. I see. And I am right to think that, consequently, we'll be ignoring that setting. I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Given the orbital probe cannon, all the power it can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as far as it can, fast as it can, as far as it can. I'll make some adjustments. The thought of concluding our elders' curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Okay. What happens if I put this in here? Oh, hold on. Okay, so wherever this is must be the other probe's center. Or the other center, the missing one. Put that there. So this is the broken area. Let's leave. Refresh and refuel. Nope. Nope. Sure. There we go. I do like how it shows the planet, and we're just like orbiting it like straight. Okay, refuel. So I think I might be dumb. Because I left out this way. I only read 2 of these, so what's the last one? Control module. Was this one working? This one was working. Oh, we got oxygen in here. And gravity. And reverse gravity. Oh. What happens here? Okay, so this is on Giant Steep then. This vaguely rings a bell. I have bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the I just realized something. Hold on. Second. It looks weird. Form. Nope. My brain cannot remember which way is vertical and which way is horizontal. There we go. I just realized me constantly looking like off screen looks kind of weird. It was this way, now it looks like I'm looking at the screen in a weird way. It's a weird thing, but That bad news, Avens. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassava. I wish I were, my friend, but no. They aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Cassava tells Privet and Mallow they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. An update. Mallow and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Dea may feel responsible. What is this show? Oh, and this shows the Broken Room. But what does it say? Mallow, my better, 50%. Cassava setting, less of the cannon components. We'll soon know the eye's precise location. I see, I'm right to think that consequently of ignoring that setting. Yeah, okay, so this is all from before. Okay, that actually answers a question that I had about, like, if I were to bring those things from over there to over here, would they say something different? And I'm guessing the answer is no. Now, there has to be something about this side. What? Hey! The Quantum Moon! Okay. It's an old game. I do want to say... Oh, hold on. I just noticed there's this thing here. Huh. What does this do? Oh. I see. Damage report. Severe structural stress detected. Assessing damage to modules. Intact. No structural damage. Viewport window fractured. Module exposed to vacuum space. Probe tracking module missing. Okay, these weren't teleporters like I thought they were. So I have to give it a second for these things to pop up. Or not. Oh. There we go, it finally did. Probe cam launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking module is receiving data from probe. Orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. There we go. So it takes a second. 15 minutes, 14 seconds ago, request to launch probe received from Ash Twins project. Cannon aligned with randomly selected probe trajectory, gravity field activated. Interesting. So I'm curious about this missing module, though. That has to be somewhere. Interesting. Maybe they got inspiration from this for the writing, like, style or whatever. Right. Nomi built the orbital probe cannon at a construction yard on Giant Steep. The broken remains of Nomi's space station in orbit around Giant Steep. There are 3 access ways branching off from the central hub area. The orbital probe cannon was created to find the precise location of the eye of the universe. The Nomai pushed the orbital probe cannon above its maximum power setting to create the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Oh, where you have to, like, scan? Okay. One of the orbital probe cannon's 3 modules, the probe tracking module, is receiving data from the launched probe. Any Nomai aboard the probe tracking module would be the first to see coordinates of the eye of the universe. A Nomai computer reports the probe tracking module as missing. I saw probe tracking module through a Nomai projection pool. It looks like the module is underwater. I could see purple electricity outside the viewport. Oh, it's underwater. Okay, that explains it. The launch module is badly damaged, but its projection pool is still intact. A Nomai named Mallow argued that it wouldn't matter if the cannon's structural integrity was compromised, since they'd only needed to fire the probe once. A Nomai named Privet countered that they wouldn't be capable of retrieving the probe's data if the probe tracking module was destroyed. Control module recently received a request from the Ash Twins project to launch the probe. The cannon aligned with a randomly selected probe trajectory. The probe was successfully launched, but the cannon's structural integrity was compromised in the process. Damage detected in multiple modules. Okay, so I've discovered everything related to that, but I do need to find the construction yard and the probe tracking module if I want to find out more about that. Okay. Well, this area seems to be good then. Part of me actually does want to see... wasn't that one then, it was the other one. There we go. Nope. Can you... Am I falling? There we go. Okay, good. I wasn't falling. There we go. Now I can get in here. I'm curious about it saying underwater. I'm curious if I can determine that as well. It must have been this one because it was just the 3. Oh, okay, yeah, it does kind of look on... I see, it's got the wavy bits, like it's underwater. And the purple electricity is obviously the storm of the area. Okay. Good to know. Let's head back to the ship. Well, the end is nigh, so... Quantum Moon. As long as we keep looking at it. No. There we go. Shit. This is a problem. I did not mean to fall to planet. And I don't think, yeah. Well, thankfully the end is near, because I vaguely recall this, planet being very... Yeah, the crazy current that you can't pass. That leads to the inner area that's got weird lightning. And a giant tornado. Well, I do not seem to be making any progress. Okay, so that leads to the North Pole, basically. 3 minutes of oxygen remaining. I am so dead. On the upside... Now, the question is, what will get me first? The end of the world or my oxygen? Here we are. No. We're floating away. Nope, I'm getting closer. Oh. World end. The sun blew up. Woo. Just as I get onto land. And we die in the supernova. Well, that's gone. There we go. Of course it paused. I wish I could skip this part. It's neat that it records what you do, but it's also kind of annoying to have to rewatch it. Yes. Oxygen, fuel, direction. You know, time. Okay, nothing new because I looked at everything before falling and dying. It... Honestly, I'm pretty sure I was lost when I, like, ended. Okay, so the thing I want to find out... Get this area. Just wait till we get to that. The whole thing. You got these peaks. The big peak. Where else can I go underwater? I think this was the Grove. Okay. I mean, I'm probably only going to play for about a half an hour more, so... Okay, well, he might be back before then. Area different? No, that's the Outer Wilds. That's the actual camp. Okay, so I did a 180. So... Got you... What the heck is this? I see you, shiny thing floating. Come back here. Oh, I see. Can I bump this thing? Oh! Deorbit the Harthian satellite. Apparently that's an achievement. Okay, so I'm just trying to figure out... Did I go down here? I don't think I went down here, actually. So... do this stuff. Where's the geyser? There it is. Okay. Oh, I see. So there seems to be... Is this two ways? I think I went that way. Can I go this way? No, this seems to pop out to here. And that way leads to the mine area, yeah. But that's not helpful to me. There's gotta be a start, but the start looked like it was kind of... I killed myself. Did anyone see which direction I was facing? Gosh dang it. Why do I suddenly want Del Taco? I suddenly really want Del Taco. That's a very strange craving to suddenly have. Anyway. So I noticed... Okay. Actually, I know what I want to do. I'm actually going to come back over to here. Because what I want to do... First off, there seems to be a hole here that doesn't have a geyser attached to it. Waterfall. Got it. Oh, okay, so you can exit through that, or you can enter through here. I missed that there was this over here, I think. Or did I? This leads me around here. These geysers. Let's get back on the loop. And this puts me over here. I'm using that map to track kind of where things are in the flow. This puts me over here. Okay. So obviously, that doesn't really put me anywhere else. There is this whole area. Anything down here? Actually, is there anything down here? A lot of crashing waves. Doesn't really look like much. Okay. Shows them next to a big tree. Huh. That might be a clue. So, these things, which I thought was a teleporter, apparently are, like, communication things. Okay, ship this way. Ow. Okay, so I'm not going to actually go anywhere over here this time. What I want to do is figure out which direction this is. Okay, so it's very much like kind of eastward. Okay. Where does this pop up? Oh, this is that middle one. Okay. I feel like the fact that there's like an area under the water that I haven't seen before has gotta mean something. Kind of northward. Is there a compass anywhere? Welcome back. What is this little area? There's just an area behind a house. Got it. Come on. I'm stuck on trees. Oh, wait, hold on. Is this a graveyard? Well, I need to get out of here. Whatever, good enough. Realize Sean Ariamaki Redinger. Here lies is a revere. Here lies a binary semaphore. I have a feeling that these might be people who died in relation to the game's devs, maybe, when they were developing it. That's my guess. Okay. You know, I mean, if you have an idea... Okay. I have D&D tonight, so it's definitely going to be a bit... So then we've got this area. The South Pole, right. It's always dark in the ancient glade, the quiet shade across the old bark. You know, I did notice that there was a tree. There are two things here. Yeah, damn it. Wait, are there two glades? Because one of them definitely did not have this in the middle. Okay, hold on. Ow. Okay. So there might be 2 glades. Wait. Everything's moving around? Wait, hold on. Everything's moving around. Oh, that is so creepy. Yeah, so this is the only one right here. But there was another one. But maybe things have to be lined up. Hold on. At night. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, we're gonna do all that. I kind of triggered it on accident, I think. So across the old bark, in the ancient glade, it's always dark, the quiet shade. I think, because there was a period where there was a geyser in the middle here, and I got very confused. So I'm thinking that... And if you notice, everything keeps changing. Position of the trees, everything. So... in the ancient glade, the quiet shade, it's always dark across the old bark. And I think okay, here we go. So we got you. You seem to be the old bark. Now they're across from each other, right? Yeah, the big tree's gone now. Okay. So, the way this stuff works Because it moves when you're not looking at it. And we have one big tree that obviously has something to do with that. It moved. So where's the big tree now? Here. Because there was a geyser in the center here at one point. There it is. Bad, bad, bad. Okay, never mind. Actually, is that the only geyser? Oh, okay, so the geyser can move too. That's what's going on. Yeah, okay, I'm lost. Maybe I'll figure it out some other time. That's the thing about this game. You have to go back and forth, like, to places a lot to figure everything out. So let's go do something a bit more interesting. Let's go to the moon. There's a crashed spaceship here. Cool, I guess. Way inside. I think it's just, you know, a crash ship. It's fun, but... Oh, we got a flag. Hold on. Cool. So fun fact, actually, and they kind of show it here in a different way, but like on the moon, since there's no wind, and if you've seen like pictures of the flag, you know, actually sticking straight out, that wouldn't happen. It just collapsed. So they actually have a pole running through it to keep it rigid. And they kind of show that here with this crossbar, which I think is a nice attention to detail. Otherwise, it wouldn't stay up. Wait, there's some light here, I just noticed. Hold on. Refuel jetpack, that's nice. Play recording. Chet's research notes, property of Chet. I have no idea, I think it's just a feature. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is that the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of the ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. Well, I posit that Adel Rock was hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. It's hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. follow up on maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble destroyed on other astral bodies in the solar system. Oh, well, that... You know, I said maybe it's just a feature. Well, that's what happened. So a piece of Dark Bramble apparently got ejected and landed here. Oh, hold on. There's ruins over here. I mean, a chunk of it. I wouldn't say half of it. Okay, so this is kind of like an old school, or I should say weird ancient, observatory. What is this? Is that just pointing to the sun? I think that's pointing to the sun. And what is this pointing to? Wait, hold on. Oh, it's freaking out. Oh, this must be that, the quantum moon. Got it. Well, get out of here, because, okay, what's over here? Oh, yes, I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator, and I can hear and follow the signals from the Sun, Giant Deep, and Pearl Hollow. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow... Frick. Well, sun exploded. I guess I'm gonna have to go back there because... Yeah. Went way too long derping around at that pool. To be fair, a lot of stuff is pointing towards the deeps. Like, I feel like they got this thing, they start you looking at it, so I think I might explore there a bit too, but I'm going to go to the moon and finish reading up whatever was there before going to the deep. Now, let's see. Where the moon at? There the moon at. Okay, so we got the crater. Yeah, that is about a quarter. Yeah, a quarter's good. Okay, so where... We got that. There's the weird observatory thing. Up here. There's a big crater. Okay, and then that guy's house. Okay, bye. Understood. It'll probably be lunchtime soon. Oh, don't want to go out without a spacesuit. That sounds like a stupid idea. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator. Can hear the following and follow the signals from the sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. Got 5 minutes. However, something strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye's signal. The device indicator rotates wildly and never points to just one direction. Have a nice day. Felix, I see. I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. This is a curious result. Is it possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal? An update. Disappointingly, everything is correctly calibrated after all. It's a sadness to me to posit this, my friend, but I believe this locator cannot detect the eye's signal. We would need to build a more sensitive device if we want to locate the eye of the universe. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope, Cassava. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up so easily. Got another scroll over there. Of recording. Okay, wow. Wow, I have seen this ruin in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of Nomai locator. It can point out different planets, which is incredibly cool. By the way, but from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try and find something specific. I'm not sure. I also was able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there to see if I can learn more. Yep, just gonna get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe, mostly safe. Oh, stars above. Okay, so... actually, so something I'm curious about. Just gonna set this down here. This doesn't say something different if you put it in a different slot, does it? Nope. Thatch. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need to be larger than this eye signal locator is. Anona and those of us originally stranded on Ember Twins built a quantum moon locator there, but the heart of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building it on that planet. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Kenoi would enjoy that immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. I will begin construction on Brittle Hollow's South Pole immediately then. Okay. I think I'm going to end it here then. I'll get back to the ship, look at my logs again, And then I'll probably end it here, because I was planning to end it soon. But it's later than I thought. Not a ton later, but still a bit later. Here. Eye signal locator, Ryback, Southern Observatory. Okay. An Nomai device created to pinpoint the source of distant signals. The Nomai were disappointed by their failure to detect the signal from something called the Eye of the Universe. Ryback headed to Brittle Hollow to investigate something the Nomai were doing at the South Pole. Nomai decided to build a larger, more sophisticated eyes located on Brittle Hollow's South Pole. Okay. Well. Yes. Certain parts of Echoes of the Eye can be intense for some players. If they become an obstacle to your enjoyment of Outer Wilds, a reduced variety option is available in the gameplay menu. Thank you for supporting Outer Wilds. The interior museum exhibits is now available in the Village Observatory. Oh, I think I bought a DLC a long time ago. Well, thank you all very much for watching. If you liked, you can follow. If you really liked, you can subscribe. If you need more convincing, you can check out another video on YouTube. You can check out my YouTube channel in the panels down below. If you are on YouTube, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And if you need more convincing, you can check out another video up there. Until next time, bye.